Hello, everybody, and welcome to another session of me programming daily. Today, as you probably noticed, I switched to a Windows machine. It took me a little while to configure it. Let me just transition to the code view. I'm still setting up my environment. I had to switch to PowerShell to start up the development environment, so you'll see this new file that starts the container hosting the development environment. And while it is setting up, I think today is just going to be a very quick session with two goals. The first one is to make sure that I can actually write and compile and execute Haskell and also drakon renderer on my Windows machine. And also the other goal, I would like to become a little bit of a talk. So what I wanted to show you is, and I'm not sure how I never noticed this, is let this build and let it set up. But what I want to show you is this diagram. Right. And I've just noticed it, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. If you look closely, this connection is obviously incorrect, and we have an issue to address that. But beside that point, what I want to pay attention today is that as I was thinking how I would implement the correct connections, exiting this question icon, I noticed that this action that is a dependent of this question is positioned incorrectly. And I've never noticed that before. I've always considered it to be positioned just fine. But if you think about it, this remove alternative has two dependents. One is remove the brain here, and the second one is embalm. Okay, if we were to visit the JSON that defines the icons, we would quickly find out that this is in fact the second dependent, making it positioned incorrectly. If we go to the actual real-life diagram number one, the one that was produced by hand by some designer, we would notice that embalm is actually positioned to the right of the question. And the remove the brain is on the left, just like in our case, but the embalm is on the right. And I think that correcting it and pushing embalm and all of its dependents to the right is critical because otherwise, we would not be following the drakon principles, and we could confuse the reader into thinking that embalm, or this path, is in fact following the first dependent path. In fact, first dependent is here. Okay, so once we address the issue of this connection to the first dependent being correct, we also have to push this subtree slightly to the right. I'm not sure how difficult it's going to be. I have my ideas, but I suppose we'll see. So my environment is still being set up. So in the meantime, we can probably just dive into the code and sort of estimate where the fix should be placed. So for the last days, I've been working on the layout algorithm again, on another iteration of the layout algorithm. This new issue that I've just discovered is about connections. Oh, sorry, it's not about connections, it's about layout. So I've already taken a brief look at the code, and I believe the issue is around here. I have a very old copy of the code, I've just realized. but that's fine. I can fix it in a minute. It's still all about dependency planes. Maybe today's session will be much shorter than I initially thought, but yeah, I just wanted to record me saying that the embalm icon that I've rendered here is actually not positioned correctly. Here, it should be moved to the right. Okay, so for now, I think I'm just going to take a little break and let this build, because I don't want to pull the latest version of the code and interrupt Cabal. It could cost me precious minutes. So for now, I think I'm just going to pause the recording and resume once we have the code in a buildable state and the latest version pulled. So let's stick with me and let's take a quick break. All right, I've spent a little bit of time here waiting for Cabal to figure out all the dependencies, but I'm not sure if I have that much time today. I have other things also to focus on. So let me just do this. Quick recap. I've introduced a PowerShell script here for our Windows friends who also want to play with the drakon renderer. I will be adding it to the repo. I don't want to push it because I can see the code is out of date slightly. But I will push it once the build is finished. And I've also wanted to make you aware of this issue with this icon not being positioned correctly. I'm starting to think how to fix it. It will just have to be pushed to the right. And I believe this issue with this dependent not being positioned correctly and this connection not being rendered fully correctly are the two of the largest issues we need to address in the primitive diagrams chapter. After that, there is a little bit of work, but it's mostly predictable. I don't expect high complexity. And once that is done, we'll be moving to silhouette diagrams. And let's see where this takes us. But I'm feeling optimistic. This is so much work. So much fun to work with this project drakon renderer. I'm sorry today is not really programming daily, but waiting for Cabal daily. But some days are like that, and that's okay. I would like to thank you very much for dialing in anyway. And I invite you to the next session, which I should post probably tomorrow. I promise we'll do more coding. Oh. It looks like it started. Okay. So let it finish in peace. I'll be wrapping it up anyway for today. So during the next section, please expect us figuring out how to fix this sort of positioned dependent. Right. Having said that, I hope you have a fantastic day and take care.